Love thinking of you. She said, okay. Damn. Damn. Yep. All right, here we go. Yo, Sullivan's on the mound. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. A junior from Orlando, Florida. He said, okay. Here's a pitch. Outside, winning one. He said, go live. Girl, I am live. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul, 1-2. It's going to be foul, 1-2. Where's my head at? Here's a pitch. Down low, 2-2. Where's my head at? 2-2 count. Chris Lamonis has been fired. So how does that help Mississippi State? Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Going back. Going to be caught by Bryce Chance. One down. I'll be right back. What's up? What's up, Katie? So you're at the game and you're watching me. That's awesome. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. Bryce Chance has it. 2 down. You're probably ahead of me. So you're probably ahead of me. It's on if you have the ESPN app, it's on the SEC Network Plus. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. How was did you have class today, Katie? You have you're welcome, man. Here's a pitch. Strike on 2. No problem. Shane Cox is up. 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. And a base hit. 2 out single for Memphis. No problem, man. Trying to figure out whose state's going to hire their next coach since Lamonis is finally gone. Thank the Lord, because he wasn't it. So 2 outs with a runner on first. Back to first, back in time. Yeah. Hey, but I'll be in Starkville this weekend. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. with no count. Back to first. Dude, I recognize you, man. I recognize you. What up? What up, man? What up? Yeah, I totally agree. Hey, do you comment? I recognize you. Do you comment on Matt White's show? Because I see your name on there. But yeah, Lamonis is gone. Who do you think we'll hire? Because yeah, it can only go up from here. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. 5, 1-2. I mean, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going to be. I didn't know that. Yeah, I usually. Yeah, I usually pop in. I comment every once in a while. 1-2 count. Noah Sullivan's up. Here's the pitch. I mean, on the mound, up high, 2-2. Yeah. Two count. Back to first. Back in time. Yeah, I don't think we're going. I don't think we're going to make the postseason, but I guess it is what it is. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 looking. Strike 3 looking. We'll head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. I appreciate that, man. Glad you can glad you can come on. Appreciate it, man. Is it here? You got some good seats, Katie. All right, here we go. Justin Parker is the new interim head coach until they find a new one. He said, "Hey." So all right, here we go. All right, Mississippi State's batting order. Greg Fry, Sawyer Reeves, Ace Reese, Noah Sullivan, Hunter Hines, Bryce Chance, Reese Stallman, Ross Highfield, and Lucas Butner. All right, here we go. Lucas Butner. Ball 1-0. No. Ball 1-0. Here's a pitch. Foul. 1-1. Oh. 1-1 count. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul. 1-2. One, two count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. The second. Throw it to first. 1 down. What up, everybody? Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Down low. 2-0. Isn't he worthy? Isn't he worthy? Isn't he worthy? Isn't he? Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. And what a diving catch by the center fielder. 2 down. Man. What a diving catch. Isn't it? Man. Ace Reese is up. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Here's a pitch. Down low. 1-2. One, two count to Ace Reese. 2 outs. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. Base hit for Ace Reese. 2 out single. Noah Sullivan's up. Here's a pitch. Down outside. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-1. One count to Noah Sullivan. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2-1. That's going to be foul. 2-2. 2-2. Sorry about that. Here's a pitch. Outside. 3-2. Here's a pitch. That's going to be popped up and foul out of play. 3-2. Maybe I can see her. Let's see. Maybe she's up there. Three-two count. Here's a pitch. Ball 4. Runners on first and second for Hunter Hines. Hunter Hines is up. Here's a pitch. Wow. That was looked like a little bit up high, but strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Up high. 2-1. Two-one count to Hunter Hines. Here's a pitch. Foul. 2-2. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. That's going back. And it's going to get down off the wall. 2 runs are going to come to the score. 2-0. Mississippi State. State strikes first. Hunter Hines with a 2-out double. Get Mississippi State on the board. There you go, Hunter. There you go, Hunter. Get the party started. Let's go. Get the party started. 2-out double for Hunter Hines. Here's the pitch. Strike on 1. We should run roll them, but I don't want to get my hopes up. Definitely don't want to get my hopes up. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit, and that's going to get down. Another run is going to come in the score. 3-0, Mississippi State. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, huh? Let's go, Bryce Chance. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Three to nothing, Mississippi State. Three to nothing, Mississippi State. A mound visit. All right, here we go. Reese Stallman is up. Here's a pitch. That's going to be, try to bunt it, but foul. 0-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Throw it to first, and that's going to retire the side. But Mississippi State puts up 3 runs in the first. We'll head to the top of the second. 3-0, Mississippi State. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, she said, hey. Oh. All right. Here we go. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Here's a pitch. Strike on 2. Here's a pitch. Foul. Still on 2. Here's a pitch. Down low, 1-2. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. One down. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-1. Here's a pitch. Oh, 2 count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. There you go. There goes Sully. There you go, Sully. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-1. One count. Here's a pitch. Inside. 2-1. Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-2. 2-2 count. 2 outs hit on top of the second. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 looking. Strike 3 looking. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 3-0. Mississippi State. There you go. There you go. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? All right, here we go. Bottom of the second. Bottom of the second. Highfield, Butner, and Fry do up. Here's a pitch. Up high. 1-0. We should take care of business today. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2-0. Two-0 count. To Ross Highfield. Here's a pitch. Foul. 2-1. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. Up high. 3-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 3-2. Full count. 3-2 count. Here's a pitch. Up high. Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Ross Highfield. Lucas Butner is up for Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's back to first. Back in time. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-2. One-two count to Lucas Butner. Here's a pitch. Down low. The runner's going to steal second. He's in there. Stolen base for Ross Highfield. A runner in scoring position. I think Craig Roberts. Swing and a miss. 1 down. Strikeout for Lucas Butner. Here's a pitch. Up high. 1-0. One-0 count. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be foul. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul. 1-2. One, two count to Greg Fry. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Up high, 2-2. Garrett Fry, excuse me. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-2. She's not on the phone. She just came here to say hey, I guess. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. And that's going to be all for the pitcher. That's going to be all for the pitcher. Memphis will make a pitching change. Isn't he worthy? Isn't he worthy? A pitching change. Memphis will make a pitching change.
Get the quick. Simply snap photos of receipts. Tap and sort transactions automatically. Categorize business and personal transactions with a swipe. Take care of.
Caden Robertson. 1 2/3, 3 hits, 3 earned, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. The new pitcher for Memphis is Connor Pittman, a junior from Waynesboro, Mississippi. 0-1 record, 10.38 ERA, 13 innings, 20 hits, 13 strikeouts, 7 walks. He found me. I was there. He killed me. He was there. He had me. All right, here we go. Sorry, Reeves is up. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit, and it's going to get through. A run is going to come in and score. 4-0, Mississippi State. Let's go. The shift, they were in a shift, and, hit it to the left side. Ace reaches up with 2 outs. 4-0 Mississippi State. Ball, 1-0. Outside, ball, 1-0. Ace races 1 for 1 with a single and a run. Here's a pitch. And that's going to be hit. And steps on second. We'll head to the top of the third. 4-0, Mississippi State. Let's go. That was. I was bound. He freed me. I was bound, and he freed me. I was desperate. He saved me from my sin. All right, here we go. State, State was they've been really close, but just hasn't been the way Mississippi State wanted it to. So hopefully with the new coach, we'll get it back on track. Hopefully with the new coach, we'll get back on track. All right, here we go. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-0. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Here's a pitch. Foul. Still, we'll do it again. Still 1-2. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Foul. Still 1-2. One, two count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be flied out to right field. Ross Highfield makes a catch. No, that's Reese Stallman makes a catch. Excuse me. 2 down. 1 down. Marshall looking on open. No. Noah Sullivan retired the last 5 hitters. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1-1. I'm not trying to bother her. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. I'm not trying to bother her. One, 2 count. Down low, 2-2. Hey. She's not even on her phone. Here's a pitch. Ground ball to short. Sorry, Reese has it. Throw it to first. Good reach by Hunter Hines. Good reach by Hunter Hines. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Kate Greer's up. He's up for 1. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Foul. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Strike. 3 looking. 5th strikeout for Sully. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. 4-0, Mississippi State. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. I mean, it just depends on. It just depends on who they get. It depends on who they get. I mean, do you want to go get like a head coach or go the assistant route? I mean, they got options. Zach Selman said that he's gonna, get the perfect guy in here. So, I mean, and he said that he's gonna turn this program around. So, I think we'll see. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple years to get over this for sure. Yeah, it's gonna take a couple years to get over this. But we'll see, man. I mean, it was about time. It was about time. So, yeah, I mean, there's some guys you're gonna have to try to keep, like Ryan McPherson, um, Burns. And on the hitting side, you got Ace Reese. You got to try to keep him. Here we go. So, what's the thing? Dane Burns. Yeah, that's him. So, here's the pitch. Strike 0-1. But, I mean, we just couldn't go. We just can't go keep going like this. Here's a pitch. Outside 1-1. Something needed a change, and no, you got it. So Mississippi State needed a change. 1-1 count. Here's a pitch. Outside 2-1. Yeah, I mean we need a complete haul. I mean we need to get rid of everybody pretty much. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. Outside 3-1. So 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Yeah, Dylan Cup, either he needs to leave at the end of the season or because he's not going to play anymore, I don't think. Because you saw what happened Sunday. They put him out there at second. He couldn't do nothing. Hunter Hines is up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. So, a 1 count. Here's the pitch. Foul, 0-2. Yeah, he's been really struggling. What up, bro? Just watching the game, man.
How are you, buddy? I ain't seen you in a month.
I know, man. Yeah.
How many people watching?
I mean, they're just coming in and going. What you been doing?
Hanging out. Working.
Yeah.
Working.
Yeah. I don't know if he. Yeah. No, I think he's up. I think he's upstairs. That's where he. Yeah, that's where he moved to. Yeah. 0-2 count to Hunter Hines. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-2. Yeah, I mean, he can't hit either. Here's the pitch. And it's going to get through. Hunter Hines has a base hit. The runner Gets the third. Safe. Runners at the corners. Yeah, I mean, if he can't play, you're just gonna have to move on with him. Because and they're gonna review that. It looked Silly's out. You can't you can't put somebody out there if they cannot. You can't put somebody out there if they cannot play. I mean, yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll beat Memphis. I mean, it was close last time we played them, 5-3. But I think this time I think they're motivated. I think they're motivated, and I think that they're well repaired. They came to play, so they're just. He's out. He touched his hand. One down. Yeah, but we should have. Yeah, we should have beat Ole Miss. We should have beat Ole Miss. I mean, that's it. We can lose every other game, but I just want to beat Ole Miss because I cannot stand them. And so it's just been should have beat them, but it's been a terrible year. Bryce Chance is up. Did they call him set? Yeah, out. One down for Bryce Chance. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. So, I mean, look, our relievers could cost us all 3 Texas games against Oklahoma. That's 8. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we should be a lot better than what our record is. I mean, we got talent, but our bullpen. Here's a pitch. Lays down the bunt, and he beats it out. Runners on first and second with 1 down. Yeah, I mean, it's just been frustrating this year. Yeah, we should be a lot better than what our record is. So hopefully a new coach can come in and, get the players that he needs. And we can go back to Omaha because, I mean, I've been there 2021. Haven't been since. So looking to go back to Omaha whenever we do. Here's a pitch. Inside 1-0. So here's a pitch. That's going back and gold. I think your TV ahead of mine, but 7-0 Mississippi State. That's right. 7-0 Mississippi State. Yeah. Reese Stallman with a 3-run home run. Oh yeah, no doubt. We was beaten. Yeah, I mean, we was beating them 6-2, I believe, 6-0. We was up by 6 runs, and our bullpen let him down. Pico did great. Yeah, if we put Ryan McPherson in there, I think we'd have beat LSU on Friday or Thursday, whatever it was. What's the score? Here's the pitch. 7-0 Mississippi State. Strike 0-1. Ross Highfield's up. Here's a pitch. Outside, 1-1. 7-0 Mississippi State. Hit to short. 2 down. Yeah, last time we played Memphis, we almost lost. So, but Memphis is not a good team. So, I'm not going to take anything away from this game. But outside, 1-0. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're not a really good in a really good conference either. So, I mean, we're still pretty bad. We're still pretty bad. That's going to be popped up. Third baseman catches it, and that's to retire the side. Yeah, man. He hasn't been doing good this year. You know, the first year, you know, he was pretty good, but we had a lot of talent. Dang, man. Germany, 206. I would probably be in the bed. I'll probably be in the bed. But, yeah, I mean, it is 7:07 here. You know. But, I mean, I don't see us making the regional. I mean, I don't see us getting to the postseason unless we win 2 out of 3 this weekend. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they were really good last year. Yeah, they were really good last year. You know, but I mean, it's just you should have me. You should ask a lot more than them. I mean, yeah, Parker's not a good pitching coach. You know, his first year he changed it around, but this year, you know, have to use a lot of not really veteran guys on this team. I mean, Stone Simmons is a veteran guy, but he hadn't really done anything. So, um, we should have hosted last year. The committee messed us up. Jacob Pruitt, LSU is up. Yeah, LSU's a good team. Jacob Pruitt's up. Jacob Pruitt's a new pitcher for Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. Up high, 1-0. And speaking of Jacob Pruitt, we thought we was gonna get a really good. Yeah, we thought we was gonna get a really good pitcher with Jacob Pruitt, but here's a pitch And that's going to be grounded to short, throw it to first, 1 down. But Jacob Pruitt really haven't pitched a whole lot this year. So, like, you know who we really need right now in these past couple games? It's Chase Hungate, because, he went down with an injury or something was wrong with him. And he hadn't pitched since. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit. Ground ball to second. Throw it to first. 2 down. And so, but I don't know, man. It's just. All right, 2 down. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Yeah, but do you think those guys are like realistic? I mean, I don't know if we're gonna, here's a pitch, because they're probably asking for a lot of money, and we're gonna have to, buy them out and pay them, and that probably costs them like $3 million. Here's down low, 1-0. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna pay. You're not gonna pay. Here's a pitch. Strike 3, looking. And that's gonna retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. 7-0, Mississippi State. Yeah, you're not gonna pay that much. You're not gonna pay that much for a head coach. I mean, what question? What sport we have a chance to win another title? Well, football is just out of the picture. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We should win the most championships in baseball, because that's just, I mean, we're a baseball school, and that's just what sport we put most of our money in. So, I mean, probably baseball. I think we can, if we can get the right coach in here, I think we can win another championship. Get the right coach, get the right players. I mean, we should be back in Omaha. So, but do I think? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much. That's pretty much the only 3 that's really invested in baseball. I mean, the other sports, the other teams, like, you could put Ole Miss in there, because, they've been really, outside of the 2020. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a bunt single. But, yeah, like, Alabama, they're not great in baseball. Missouri, yeah, pretty much those 3, yeah. Pretty much those 3. Yeah, I mean, Mississippi State fans are really passionate about Mississippi State baseball, and and they show up. Here's a pitch, outside wanting to. They show up every weekend. Hey, good evening. Good morning. Good evening, John. I mean, yeah, it was about time. It was about time. Huh. Lamona's had his chance to turn this around, but just couldn't do it. Here's a pitch. Down low, 2-0. Yeah, Lamona's had his chance to turn it around and just couldn't do it. So I mean, there's a couple coaches that I really want, but do I think we'll get them? Probably not. But I mean, it won't. Here's a pitch inside. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Not the. I mean, the SEC tournament, yeah, because everybody makes the SEC tournament, but postseason, no, I don't think. I think our season's over. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be foul, 3-2. I mean, unless we beat Kentucky 2 out of 3 this weekend, and beat Ole Miss 2 out of 3, and sweep Missouri, get the 14 wins. Yeah, that's about the only case. Here's a pitch. I mean, throw back to first, back in time. Yeah, but does he? But the question is, I mean, he may come for money, but does he want to? Does he want to leave? Here's a pitch. I mean, throw back to first. Does he want to leave the West Coast and come to the South? Because Oregon State's a really good program. I mean, but Mississippi State also is a really good program. But that's gonna be. Did it hit him? It did. First and. I really want to sweep everybody. But I just don't see that happening. But yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I think if you can win 2 out of 3, if you can win 2 out of 3 against Kentucky, win 2 out of 3 against Ole Miss, and sweep Missouri. Yeah, the 2021 team, I think they lost the game to Missouri. So we had beat. I don't think we swept Missouri in like a long time. So I don't think we swept Missouri in a long time because we just don't play good against Missouri, I guess. But I mean, time's running out. I mean, time is running out. So we'll see. I mean, I don't have no faith in this team. I don't have no faith in this team that we can, win the series against Kentucky, Missouri, or even Ole Miss, or even sweep Missouri. I don't think that's just. I don't know if we can do that. So, but we'll see. Yeah, hit by pitch. I mean, we had opportunities. Of course, we had opportunities, but We had opportunities this year, but we just couldn't win. All right, first and second for Ace Reese. Here's a pitch. Foul on 1. State's looking really good tonight. All right, man. Appreciate it, dog. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit, and it's gonna get down. That's gonna be a double for Ace Reese, scoring 2 runs. 9-0, Mississippi State. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, go watch the game. Go watch the game. Yep, 9-0. Nine to nothing. Yep. All right, here we go. 9-0. Runner at second with Noah Sullivan up. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Man, I know it's Memphis, but State's looked really impressive tonight. State looked really impressive tonight. Katie, no. New pitcher coming in for Memphis. New pitcher coming in for Memphis. Man, we should run roll them. Yeah, doing good, man. I'm going up to Starkville this weekend. I'm going up to Starkville this weekend to watch the game against Kentucky. New pitcher on for Memphis. Michael Dallas, 0-1 record, 10.39 ERA, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 7 strikeouts, 9 walks. So yeah, I mean, I don't live in Starkville, but I'm going up there this weekend. You live in West Point? Nice. I'm going up there. I'm going up there this weekend. I'm from McGee, Mississippi. Here's a pitch. Outside, 2-0. I'm from McGee, Mississippi. Probably know what that is, but yes, sir. We've McGee. Yeah. Here's the pitch. Ball 3-0. Yeah. I mean, I'd go up to Starkville. I mean, I guess a good bit. I mean, is that near Jackson? Yeah. Here's a pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jackson to Hattiesburg. In the middle between Jackson and Hattiesburg. All right, a walk to Sullivan. Hunter Hines is up. Yep. Ball 0-1. 1-0. Yeah, man. I've been living down here for pretty much all my life. Hunter Hines is 2 for 2. Here's the pitch. Inside 2-0. You going to start for this weekend? You going to Super Bowl all weekend? Here's a pitch. Inside 3-0. Three-0 count. Strike 3-1. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. I know what West Point is. 3-1 count. To Hunter Hines. Here's a pitch. Down low. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. Yeah. Yeah, man. Need to beat Ole Miss for sure. That's the only team I really don't like is Ole Miss. Yeah. I went to Omaha in 2021 whenever state won it. And here's a nope. So about looking back to second. Yeah, I went to Omaha back in 2021 whenever state won it. That was pretty. That's awesome. That was pretty awesome, man. Pretty awesome. Here's a pitch. Outside 2-0. Yeah, it was awesome. Oh yeah, it was fun, man. That's gonna be pitching violation. 3-0 count. Yeah, that was man. It was cool. It was cool. 3-0 count. But unfortunately, probably won't ever go again because doesn't look like state's gonna go back to Omaha. Dude, yeah. I always wanted to go. and I finally got the chance to. In 2021. Here's a pitch. I mean, I never strike on one. I never been since. I mean, other than going in 2021. So, yeah, my only time going, State won it. So, Bryce Chance is up. Here's a pitch. Outside, 1-1. Oh yeah, ball 4. Oh yeah, ball 4. Ball 4. 10 and run comes in the score. 10-0. Yeah, I've been to a super regional. I think it was Jake Mangum's last year at Mississippi State. All right, here we go. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. So yeah, and I've been to a lot of games. I've been a Mississippi State fan a long time. I've been to football games, basketball games, baseball games. So I wouldn't count. Here's a pitch. Down low. 1-1. So here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit, and it's gonna get through. 2 runs is gonna come in the score. 2 out, 2-run double for 2-run double for Reed Stallman. 2-run double for Reed Stallman. Runners at third and second. Yeah, he's me and him are, pretty good friends, I would say. I think he's doing good. I think he's doing good. I think you can call us friends. But so I think he's getting better. Yeah, he had a strain, I think, in his leg or something. But yeah, he was. He was one of my Mississippi. He was one of my favorites at Mississippi State. But yeah, he's doing really good in the major leagues. I think he's batting 340 or something like that. So he's been tearing it up. And I don't think they can bring him back down. Oh yeah, I remember Hunter Renfro and Wes Ray. Yeah, I remember Wes Ray and Hunter Renfro. Yeah, I mean pretty good players for Mississippi State. See, so yeah, pretty good players. I mean, I grew up watching. Well, I was born in 2005. So a couple years I didn't. I mean, a couple years I didn't watch them. I don't guess. So, but I think I started watching Mississippi State around I can't remember. I mean, 9 or 10. No, can't be that. Probably about 8, I think. Did you you go to college? Did you go to college at Mississippi State? Oh, Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I mean, oh, you did. Yeah, I mean, I did. Well, well, technically, well, I graduated. Yeah, I graduated about 2 years ago, and um, but yeah, it's you know, back in the day, Mississippi State was pretty good in baseball. Like 2017 to or mate, you probably can go back further. Like 2017 to 2021, they were pretty good. But all right, here we go. Ross Highfield's up. Here's a pitch. Down low, 2-0. But yeah, I'm going up this weekend. Go hang out. Go hang out. Here's a pitch. Foul, 2-1. Man, I said through a lot. Of delays. Half and thrillers. Yeah. Oh yeah. No doubt. No doubt. Ross Highfield's up, 2-1 count. Yeah, I mean, been through a lot. Been through a lot. Here's a pitch. Outside, 3-1. But I always is he asleep? That's gonna be hit, and that's gonna be gone. Ross Highfield with a 3-run home run. Put Mississippi State up 12-0. 15-0, excuse me. 15-0, Mississippi State. Man. Ross Highfield with a 3-run home run. Let's go. Single. They batted around. Man. Man, this really like what I'm seeing for this team. After the coach got fired, man, they really. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-1. Uh, and there's a single. There's a single for Lucas Butner. Man, this team. 15-0, Mississippi State, and still no outs. They batted around, and there's still no outs. Man. Greg Fry's up. Here's a pitch. Swing and miss. 0-1. Yeah, they do. Here's a pitch. And that's going to hit him. That's going to hit him. Garrett Fry gets hit by the pitch. First and second with no outs. Man, this team, bruh. This team putting the gas on this team, man. They're putting here's the pitch. No, I didn't even go to college. No, I just grew up a Mississippi State fan. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit. Base hit for Sawyer Reeves. Runners at third and second for Mississippi State. No, I didn't go to Mississippi State. I just grew up a Mississippi State fan. But I mean, it's a pitch. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field, and it's going to be caught. A run's going to tag up. 16, Ace Reese with an RBI with a sac fly. 16-0. Let's put up 20, baby. Let's keep putting up some runs today. Woo! Let's keep putting up some runs. Let's go. Let's get it. Noah Sullivan's up. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Yeah, I still go up to Starkville every once in a while, I guess. But 0-1 count. Here's a pitch. And that's gonna be hit, and it's gonna get in the outfield. 2 runs is gonna come in to score. No, 1 run is gonna come in to score. 17-0 Mississippi State with runners at third and second with 1 down. $17-0 Mississippi State. 17-0. Runners at third and second with 1 down for Hunter Hines. Let's go, Hunter. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. That's going to be foul. No strike, I think. 0-2. Two for 2 for Hunter Hines. It's a pitch. Down low. 1-2. Here's a pitch. Outside, 2-2. Here's a pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count. 3-2 count for Hunter Hines. And he saved me from my sin. Here's a pitch. Inside. Bases are loaded. Bases are loaded. Hunter Hines draws a walk. Bases are loaded with 1 down. And Mississippi State is going to pitch run for Noah Sullivan. Stevens Paletta will pitch run for Noah Sullivan. And Mississippi State will, I think, pitch hit. Michael O'Brien will pitch hit for Mississippi State for Bryce Chance. So hot. Michael O'Brien's up. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. A 1 count. Strike 0-2. No ball. Ball 1-1. Here's a pitch up high, 2-1. $17-0. And he went around 2-2. Here's a pitch. Foul. Still 2-2. Mm-hmm. 2-2 count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Man, I've been a couple times. Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. Oh yeah, it's pretty close, ain't it? Oh yeah, it's pretty close. Only 17-0. Yeah. Reese Stallman's up. Here's a pitch. Down low. 1-0. Yes, only 17-0. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-1. Yeah, that wasn't a good pitch to hit or swing at. Strike. 2-2. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3-2. Yeah. I mean, that's what that's what happens that's what happens when your coach get fired. You get motivated. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. That's gonna be the inning. But Mississippi State puts up 17 runs in 4 innings. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 17-0, Mississippi State. Let's go. Ha ha ha. I'm 1 minute behind. Well, I apologize. I apologize. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Stan. Here we go. Here we go. Wonder how your TV's ahead. Jacob Pruitt. What up, Dylan? What up, D? Jacob Pruitt is up. I mean, not Jacob Pruitt. Excuse me. He's out. He's back out on the mound. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. Yeah, I was. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, come on down. Come on down. Yeah, that's ball 2-1. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, I would love to. Here's a pitch. Strike 2-2. Oh yeah, man, come on down. We'll go to a game. Well, and that's gonna get through past Ace Reese. Why don't you move down here? Why don't you move down to start Vegas? 4,600 miles. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. That's a lot of miles, man. Dylan. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. Dylan, stop. Cut it out, D. Ah, I got you. I got you. That's cool. Yeah, man. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. How is Germany? How is Germany? Never been. Dylan, quit now. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Strikeout. 1 down. He's an LSU fan. Dylan, stop now. We're trying to watch Mississippi State give a butt whooping. Here's a pitch. Strike on one. Yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I live in I live down here in Mississippi. You're in the LSU stream. Dang, man. Here's a pitch. Outside 2-1. Yeah, I'm going up to Starkville this weekend. You know, going to hang out. You know. Hey, Dylan. Oh, I think I know. That's gonna be a base hit. I think I know what that is. I think I've seen their. I think I've seen their. I think think I looked them up maybe one time. Let's see. Dylan. So what is it? Okay. Oh, I found it. So, all right. You mean come say? I'm gonna come say Hell State. I'll see you, man. I'll see you, man. 0-2 count. No. Hell State. Okay, Dylan, quit. All right, you want to play that game, bro? One, two, count. One, two, count. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Oh my goodness. Why are you in the why are you on the LSU stream? Why are you on the LSU stream? Say we're better than LSU. Hey, let's 3-2 count. Let's rematch LSU right now. Ah, I got you. Let's rematch LSU right now because we're gonna we can swing and a miss, 2 down. I got you, man. So you're kind of like an LSU fan, but Mississippi State fan at the same time. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it, bro. Okay. All right, 17-0 for Mississippi State. 1-0. One a pitch. Ball 2-0. Can we throw a complete shutout? That's gonna be tough. Two one count. Yeah, we do. We do. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 4. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. And I think that's going to be all for Jacob Pruitt. That's going to be all for Jacob Pruitt.
Yeah.
17 to nothing. New pitcher for Mississippi State, Kevin Mantle, a junior, 2-0 record, 2.84 ERA, 12 and 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 16 strikeouts, 4 walks. Yeah. Yeah. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Yeah. That's a good question. And booted. You gotta get that, man. Gotta get that. Yeah, aired by Reeves. $17 to 1. Yeah. Ball 1-0. Here's a pitch. Inside 2-0. Here's a pitch. Foul 2-1. Yeah, man. Back up the middle. 2 runs, you'll score. Like, what is Michael O'Brien doing? What is Michael O'Brien doing? Feel the ball. Feel the ball. Come on now. Are they going to come back? Are they going to come back? Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. I mean, knowing Mississippi State, they're definitely going to come back. That's going to be hit. Base hit. Brian, you said Brian is a bum. Brian is a bum. Do you listen to other than Matt Wyatt? Do you listen to Thunder and Lightning or any of those podcasts? Here's a pitch. Outside, I want to know. Here's a pitch. And it's going to be line. It's going to be caught out in the outfield and left, by the end down. He never should. Yeah. Yeah. Michael O'Brien's not really that good either. Yeah, leadoff single. Leadoff single by Ross Highfield. Ross Highfield's been starting to. Ross Highfield's playing really good lately. He's been playing really good lately. Strike on one. Yeah. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Foul. Strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2. I mean, here's the pitch. Foul. Still 0-2. We'll do it again. I wouldn't call Ross. I wouldn't call Highfield a good catcher because a couple games he just let pass balls go by and really haven't been a good catcher lately. I mean, he's a good hitter. His pitch. Foul. We'll do it again. Still 0-2. That's going to be a hit to second. Could be a double play. And it is. Double play. Man. Double play. That's how I feel with it. Yeah. Yeah, he did get hit in the face. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Yeah, he did get hit in the face. 0-1 count to Aaron Downs. One count. Here's a pitch outside. 2-1. 2-1 count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Swing and a miss. We'll go, and that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the top of the sixth, 17-4, Mississippi State. All right, man. Appreciate it, dog. Appreciate it. Appreciate you for coming on, man. Oh, yeah. We'll see. I should. We'll see. I can probably do it. We'll see. But appreciate it, dog. All right. New pitcher. New pitcher in for Mississippi State. Not Landis. Robert Fortenberry. Robert Fortenberry is the new pitcher. A junior, Frisco, Texas. No record, 13.5 ERA, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. All right, here we go. Here's a pitch. Well, here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Landis Davila is in right field. Nate Chester is taking over at third base. That ball down low, winning 1. Winning 1. Here's a pitch. Swing, strike 3, looking. 1 down. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a base hit to right field. 1 on, 1 out with 1 on base. One on with 1 out. Here's a pitch. Down low, 1-0. Strike. Never mind. 1-1 count. Might have been. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper in front of home plate. Throw it to first. 2 down. Outside field. Throw to first. 2 down. 2 down with the runner on first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit to center field. Michael O'Brien going back. Makes the catch. Crashes into the wall. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth. 17-4, Mississippi State. Isn't he worthy? Isn't he worthy? Yes, he is. I've got it worthy. Isn't he worthy? Isn't he worthy? Yes, he is. I've got it worthy. Isn't he worthy? I've got it worthy. Isn't he? So he's on. Richard gets me. All right, here we go. Bottom of the sixth. Let's see if I can see her. No, I doubt it. New pitcher for Memphis. New pitcher in for Memphis. Hayden Donahue. Hayden Donahue, a junior from Boonefield, Mississippi. 0-2 record, 5.79 ERA, 91 thirds innings pitched, 7 hits, 8 strikes, 8 strikeouts, 7 walks. Isn't he well? Is a pitch? Strike on 1. Sorry, raises up. Here's a pitch. That's going to be hit to third. Throw it to first. 1 down. Isn't he worthy? Yes, he is. I forgot it. Here's a pitch. That's going to hit him. 1 down. Hit by pitch. Nate Chester gets hit by a pitch. He's like, go on. Man. Down. Yep. So sweet, man. Hey, what's up? What's up, Katie? Hey. That nice stop by the shortstop. Only play that second. 2 down. Years. 2 down. Steven Polito was at the plate. He hit it into a fielder's choice, I guess. Here's the pitch. Down low, inside. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. Foul. 3-2. That's going to be ball 4. Hunter Hines walks. Isn't he worthy? Hey, do you want inside 1-1? Down low, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-1. And back up the middle. 1 run's going to come in and score. 18-4. Mississippi State. Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Strike on 2. Landis Davila's up, a freshman. Here's the pitch. It's going to be grounded to first. Steps on the, well, tags him. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. Mississippi State needs three outs, and they'll win the game. Top of the 7th. Duke Stone is the new pitcher for Mississippi State. Up high, I want to know. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-0. Inside, 3-0. What's up, Katie? What's up, Katie? Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Memphis.
If you have ADHD or you just can't focus on schoolwork, this app is perfect for you. It's called
Strike 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Hit by pitch. Runners on first and second with no outs. I was there. She healed me. She raised me. Make up again. Okay. First time. She greeted me. All right, here we go. Runners on first and second with no outs. Here's the pitch. Strike 0-1. Here's the pitch. Here's the pitch. I think I said that. And it's going to be caught by Aaron Downs. 1 down. 1 down. Here's the pitch. Strike 0-1. All right. Strike 0-2. He's so slow. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Here's a pitch. Up high, 2-0. Here's a pitch. Up high, 3-0. Oh, it's about to be over. Here's a pitch. Strike. 3-1. Hold on. Strike. Going 2. 3-2. 3-2 count.
Why are you coming to run it?
It's about to be over. Here's a pitch. Foul. We'll do it again. Here's a pitch. Down low. Ball 4. Bases are loaded. One no count. Here's a pitch. Strike. 1-1. Strike. 1-2. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be a wild pitch. Pass ball. Runner scores 18-5. Two count. Runners at third and second with 2 down. Here's a pitch. Ball down low, 3-2. Three-two count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's the game. Mississippi State wins 18-5 in 7 innings. Man. Parker's first game as an interim head coach at Mississippi State. So thank you guys. God bless. See you next time. Hail State.